Tonight, we're starting a movement. A movement that we know will shape the course of this nation.
Welcome to the Hapo Vipi movement. It's happening here at the National Museum, the Nairobi National Museum, in the Great Hall of Kenya. If you look around us, we've got some great artifacts from Kenya because we're celebrating this wonderful country. Welcome to the Hapo Vipi movement. It's happening here at the National Museum, the Nairobi National Museum, in the great Hall of Kenya. If you look around us, we've got some great artifacts from Kenya because we're celebrating this wonderful country. So welcome back home. Those are wonderful sounds of Ninga melodies. They are a male choral verse group, and they were formed in 2010 with two very wonderful gentlemen. That is David Otieno and Kamau Karogo. And it's wonderful to see what men can do together when they put their minds at it. It's amazing what we can do together when we put our minds to it. Each and every one of us. In fact, Martin Luther King once said, he said, either we learn to work together or we perish together. So we have to learn to work together. And indeed, many bad things happen because good people keep quiet. So are you keeping quiet? At Hapo VP, we are here to make a difference, to grasp and ignite our greatness. Are you ready? Hapo VP! Please put your hands together for a voice like no other. She works at she's from Daystar University, Gloria Wivanda.
So we live in a world whereby we kill people that kill people so that killing people is wrong. We preserve peace by preparing for war, conserve trees by writing books and paper notification and tree conservation. And we live in a country where you can't get anything done unless you know people who are powerful people. Otherwise, you are just a prop of a person to be used, misused, misjudged, misunderstood, misrepresented, and misappropriated by proper people. And the society can only be described as a niche. In this niche, the arrow wears the eater. In this case, the eater happens to be the teacher, the preacher, the leader, pointing fingers to generation gone wrong, forgetting who raised it. They say, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. But wishes ain't horses, rather beggars be horses in the rich ride, they call it the status quo. See, fire goes out for lack of fuel, just as tension disappears and rusting drops. Greatness thrives when we are patient with one another, separate the ideal from the real. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others, and freedom is not what having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. So don't get me wrong, I do not seek a perfect society. I'm just tired of a broken one. Tired of a brokenness that persists and exists in our churches, administrations, and institutions, and has become a tradition. See, if this really be the last days, then that obviously makes us the last people. So let's make it count in our conduct, our contrasted, crooked ways. Let's be the greatest last people, or is it the last greatest people? Or let's just be proper people. Thank you.
Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you're having a good time. Muko sawa pandai? Muko panda sahi pandai? Hapo vipi? Hapo sawa. Back home, hapo vipi? Hapo sawa. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to play some videos for you. The first one has a bit of a problem with the quality, but the message comes across very, very clearly. Listen to the words. And immediately after that, we shall have a Hapo vipi video that tells us what we're all about. So ladies and gentlemen, with due respect, the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Post the election, there will still be a Kenya. Why do you need to believe that you cannot have a vision that you share with others because you don't know what the outcome will be? You must believe in something and fight for it. You must also believe in something that you're ready to be defeated. But still understand that it shouldn't affect your life. Your life continues. Your business continues. But your passion, your vision, your dream, your principles are yours. That's what God gave each and every one of us. And sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And I have always wanted to encourage people that they should stand up for their beliefs. They should stand up for what they think is right. And they should not be scared of losing. My God, some of us have gone through some bruising battles. But we're still here. But hadn't we not gone through that fire, we wouldn't have been here anyway. We wouldn't have been here.
Kenya, the land given unto us by God, with plenty that unites us and the world around us, the melting pot of Africa. The beauty of this nation is a fruit of every citizen who plays their part in nation building, from the smallest to the biggest levels. Kenya is at a defining time in history, a history threatened by myriad of challenges that together we can overcome.
We are held ransom by a small group of people who are like runaway thieves or whatever we want to call them.
Hawa viongozi ndio ukiriti mambo ya ukabila kutoka juu.
Even right now with the challenges facing our country, you expect another NGO to ask questions for you. You expect the media to ask questions for you. You always expect another leader to ask questions for you. And these are challenges that you go through as a person that other person might not even know.
Ignorance yetu sisi wananchi ndio inatukosa. But if people can be enlightened waelewe majukumu ya counties na tujue, we do away with the political side of it. Lakini to engage to the details of it.
Charity starts at home. Sindio? Ukitaka kumanza corruption, you start kwanza kwako. Unaacha hiyo ikienda pale juu.
Corruption ikitoka, utapata riski yako ya kila siku, kile umesomea utafanya. Maana kama ni kazi zipo, kazi ni kazi. Kipata kibarua ile iwe chafu iwe safi, fanya kazi kwanza.
Piga kura naweza waambia wasi vote wanaita suti, uangalie ule kiongozi anakusaidia. Ama ule amekampaign akiwaambia atafanyia kitu ya maana. Na kama ule alikuwa mbeleni akufanya kitu, make a change. Mweke tofauti.
Kura yangu mimi mwenyewe itaweza change.
Mimi na wewe ndio tunaweza badilisha.
Let one and all arise, great and small, young and old, rich and poor, and rebuild this nation together. Kenya needs you and me. Kenya needs you and I. Through commitment, participation, and passion, we can and we will protect our heritage and splendor.
Hapo Vipi! My name is Mwandiki Magaria and I want to ignite my greatness. What is your name? Do you want to ignite your greatness? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome the convener of this Hapo Vipi movement. Put your hands together for our convener! Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Monkey, businessman, currently working with the best Africa has ever produced. But I'm also a politician. And tonight, I wear that cap. I'm from Katondo South. And I live in Kawangware 46, a place that has inspired me. And indeed, I wake up to the real face of Kenya every morning. But I'm also a classless kind of guy who will go to have dinner at Buja Arab in Dubai, the only 7-star in the world, or the Ritz in London. The following day, I'll be in Nakibanda in Kawangware, having chapo sama or chips mutu. It's a rich life. It's a life that I don't take for granted. It's a life that I thank God for. At 50 years old, I'm celebrating my jubilee year. Those who know, I paid my dues, I have no debt, and I'm supposed to be enjoying my life. And I will. It means I've
seen many Christmases, been around the world, met many people. And so I feel compelled that I have the right or have something to say. But tonight, we're starting a movement that we know will shape the course of this nation. I'm particularly happy that it's NTV carrying this live. My father worked in the nation, started off as a darkroom person, rose to become the chief photographer of the nation. So you guys who are recording, you owe my father one. The guys have fond memories of the old nation house. We were growing up in the 70s. I'm glad that you're still alive. My mom, 70s, approaching 80s, they still look young and strong. So proud of them. My father is a jolly good old man who is brutally honest. He tells me that they started corruption because it works. Those are the DJ of slicing and dicing this country into plots, building structures. And he tells me it's for right. We don't agree most of the time, but he tells me quickly I should be doing the same. But he's a good man. He serves his society well and his community, and we love him. My mother, on the other hand, is a no-nonsense woman. Who's brought us up with love, who bears her. These are the people who brought me up, and I'm proud of them. Of course, my dad is a Jubilee supporter. He's as stable as they come, and it's okay. Tonight, we're here with my family too. My wife, Teresa, been married for 20 years. I still see the sparkle that I first saw when I met her. She's a woman that has taught me that humility is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. I love you, baby. Thank you. My sons are here. Trevor wants to be like the grandfather. Big up for Trevor. There's also Ted, who's in Lenana School. We have Kibe, my man, in Nairobi Primary. I have Isaac, a young man who came into our lives when he was still young. He's a grown man now. Investment banker, he's my son. We also have Lynette, who started off as a house girl, as help, but she's just finishing her beauty. And here at college, she's going to be a business owner soon. She's my daughter. I have another daughter who I met when we were only 6. She just turned on 2 weeks ago in the National Navy. She's a cadet. You have a doctor cadet in the house. I have a son, my own flesh and blood, called Nick, who's 29 years old, who's still work in progress. He's a genius in my life. I'm so proud of all of you, and I love you all to bits, together with all my siblings. I'm not very new to politics. Indeed, my uncle was one of the mayors of this town, this great city. He was called Steve Majikombi. And I know his spirit lives on. One of my most memorable moments with him was when he was mayor. He went to Seoul. He was asked by the mayor, he asked the mayor of Seoul, "Where did we go? How come at independence we were at par?" And the mayor of Seoul looked at him straight in the eyes and told him, "We're not so different. The only difference is when a deal comes on the table, the first question I ask, is it good for my country? Is it good for my city? And the last question I'll whisper is, what is there for me?" But he told him, the problem with your nation is, what is there for me? It goes the other way around. And you lose focus, and vision, and you kill projects. That's why we're starting this movement, to reclaim our dignity, to take full responsibility of the various challenges that we face as a country. We must stop the blame game. We must agree with no inch of anger or bitterness that we are all corrupt, that we are all trying. But this system is not working for us. We need to change. We need to look at things differently. When starting to look at the issues that confront us, we have to appreciate two families that have continued to dominate the politics of this nation. The Kenyatta family and the Odinga family. These two families have continued to dominate our political arena. And we must be grateful, because when we have been in slumber, they've continued to build and take care of us. But they have not held us hostage. We have held them hostage. It's about time we release both of them. But in this election, they're still our front runners. And so we must make a choice. Indeed, I worked with a very dedicated team in the year 2000, 2002, which did so much to one candidate. They put their resources and time, worked so hard. And we used our own money, because that's how it works. You've got to invest in leadership. And some of us lost a lot. I personally lost my wife, but God has a sense of humor. She's seated right here. We lost more than money. But we're grateful, and I want to tell that team that I chair, that although it's 15 years late, you should hold your heads high, because our candidate of choice, candidate who worked so hard for, is now the Commander-in-Chief, the President of the Republic of Kenya. Never give up and never quit. So tonight, we dig a little bit deeper. We want to know why we keep on talking about corruption and tribalism. These are issues that are entrenched in our system, that started a long time ago, started with our colonial masters, who divided us into tribal cocoons. They knew we had a system that used to work. They knew that we were well structured and strong, but they had to divide us. But every successive government has used the same tactics and formula. and that formula is dangerous for us as a country, and especially in these elections. So, ladies and gentlemen, this movement must make a choice. We have two brothers, and I call them brothers because they are, who will be running for presidency. And our focus on the movement is about those two. To one, they've given the presidency twice. To another, he has just tested through the prime ministership. It's time to pay these debts. It's time to settle this. It's time to release these two families, the burden that they've carried because of our inability to take responsibility. This movement wants to support and endorse one Raila Amolo Odinga. And I want to go to Kisumu City, a man from Gatondo South, and tell the people of Kisumu City that I've come to pay a debt that is long overdue. I want to tell the people in Kisumu that we are one, we are brothers, and the same challenges that you face of joblessness, of hopelessness, are the same problems our people in Gatondo South face in the larger part of the century. We can only change this country if we are able to face up to the issues that confront us. And we cannot blame anybody. The blame squarely falls on us because we've lost our senses. We've become slaves. We are bought. And so we can't blame the politicians because he knows, I mean, the politicians we have are smart guys. The guys who understand the field pretty well. They know if they put 10 million bob, in 5 years they'll walk away with $500,000 shillings. That's how it works. The only way we can stop this corruption is when we invest in leadership, when we invest in good causes like this one. So I'm asking you to go out there and take responsibility. Especially we who know we can do better. We who know what Kenya could be. We have to stand for our children and our children's children. So I want to tell my friend, my brother, my president, this is not personal. This is good politics. We are doing this for our children and our children's children. We are doing this for yours too. We've got to save this country from ourselves. We must. Remember the ghosts of 2007, 2008 were never resolved. And as part of a moment, this country can explode. We cannot allow that. I live in Gangwara, so I know what I'm talking about. Got to protect her. But I know it's a competition, so I wish him well. To the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, we will support you. We will do what we can to support you. But you don't expect much. We know it's all. It's hard to teach a new dog new tricks. But we owe you one. We owe you one. We want you, because this movement seeks to start a referendum. We need to clean up the Constitution by asking questions. We don't want to provide answers. We want to ask questions. For example, we need all this government, all these MCAs, all these women reps. That's a good question that we have to ask. And get Kenyans involved and clean it up. We have to ask, how about our land use system? Why are we creating slums everywhere? Can't we do better? Where are our forests? How can we improve on them? So our movement will engage. And finally, seek to come with a referendum that works for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, by faith, as a Kikuyu, I want to declare that Raila Amolo Odinga will be the 5th president of the republic. Let it be done. Now, the good Lord bless you all. May He keep you. May He bless our president and his deputy and the entire team. May He remember our leaders in the opposition so that these leaders will be given the opportunity to serve us at this moment. Will keep us peaceful and on the road of prosperity. Now may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God be with us now and forevermore. And all those who agree say amen. 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 And I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's be upstanding for the national anthem. Thank you very much, Mr. Steve. One round of applause. Hapo Vipi! Hapo Vipi!